working in Sunderland at the time, and I travelled all the way when the power cuts were on to go to Old Trafford to watch Everton play in the afternoon. It was a 0-0 score, by the way, and I went there, travelled all the way from Sunderland, all the way back the same night. I've been to Panathinaikos, I've been to AC Milan, I've been to Reykjavik, I've been everywhere with Everton.
Commitment to football causes begins early on Merseyside. Inevitably this week, young partisans have been organising street cup finals where the honour of their heroes has been at stake.
Listen, hey, forget those sides. It's the cup final start now. Liverpool one side, Everton on the other. Okay, go on, get up there.
In this game, Liverpool got the kind of start all teams dream of. And this goal is worth the accolade of an action replay. Everton, however, were not to be denied. A goal that tied the game at 3 each had all the hallmarks of the real thing.
Whenever Everton lose, all the lads are skitting at me, so... And I'm the only one that goes to the Everton matches, really, so that all the lads skit at me.
Do they?
Yeah.
So you like to win in the street games as well, do you?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll win the cup?
Easy. You know, they all support Liverpool, so if they lose, might as well stay in.
Losing the championship to Liverpool was a stab to the heart of every Evertonian. It was an emotional night after Monday's last league game against West Ham as the Everton players thanked the fans for their support. Life would be so much more bearable for both the team and its supporters if Everton win today.
Steady.
At least the players have had preparations like getting their cup final suits to take their minds off today's game.
Turn-ups. Think. This would be too big for me. That's a shirt, mate. The shirt, yeah, these shirts are the business. Tie's a bit loud, isn't it? What size are you?
Yeah. Shirt. 15.
I can't move in this.
If I walk like that, I'll be all right. Touch me now.
Mate.
Hey, action man, isn't it?
Just put him up, Barry.
Hey, that fits you, man.
Yeah, why?
Toes are a bit short, though.
Have a go at me, then. Pardon? Hi.
It's do for me.
It's just, so you're about 31 waist now, eh? Oh, it fits you perfect, Dave. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? This is not Fred Barber's suit, by the way, is it?
No, it's my own.
I've never done before.
Yeah. We got the right shirt on this.
Yeah, definitely. Just check the number on the back.
You don't have to buy any more suits throughout the year because you know you're going to get one at the end.
Well, I don't know about that. Some of the lads are still wearing ones from Milk Cup final, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Are you superstitious about suits?
Me? What do you mean? I'm always wearing the same one. Could say that, yes. No. Only by them lads' standards, yes.
Wearing the suits and making records, it's all part of the big day out.
Do you have superstitions about suits?
I've got like lucky things I wear, and lucky suits and lucky ties, and depends how I did the week before, what I was wearing then. If it went well, then we'll try it again next week until the luck runs out.
The items that Lineker is particularly superstitious about are his boots.
That's right. I think it's just before Christmas. I usually go through probably 3 or 4 pairs of boots a season. And just before Christmas I started a good run and I scored in quite a lot of games. I think it was about 20 goals in 20 games or something. But by this time the boots were falling to pieces and the toes were gone and the soles were gone and laces were falling out, the tongs were hanging out and everything. So in the end I had to give them up and I changed into a new pair of boots and my luck seemed to change. I went about 4 or 5 games without a goal, pulled a hamstring. So I thought I've got to do something about this. So I got my boots and repaired them, got them looking as good as new, and I've worn them ever since. And I managed to start scoring a few goals again. But the only unfortunate thing was that the boots were forgot to be packed when we played Oxford. and I wasn't wearing them on that day, and that was probably the game that cost us the championship, and I did miss a couple of chances, so... But they'll definitely be at Wembley. I'll make sure of that if I have to take them myself.
As early as England's tour last summer, Lineker was confirming that Everton had signed a potent force.
I don't think there's any feeling better than scoring a goal. It's not changed at all since the first one I scored for Leicester quite a long while ago until the last one I scored. It just gives me as much pleasure. It's just a fantastic feeling. There's nothing like it. Well, nearly nothing.
Now a long ball for Lineker to chase, and just look at his pace.
And again Trevor Steven, and Lineker, and he's buried it!
And again it ran a little kindly. Here's Lineker, and that's his second. Steven. Lineker. Well, and still, Lineker, well, he didn't hit it quite truly, but he doesn't care, and neither do the crowd. And Wahid, yes, that's it, and that's Lineker's hat-trick.
39 goals so far this season have earned Lineker both the Players and the Football Writers Player of the Year awards. Last year, of course, it was Neville Southall who won the Football Writers Award. Everton's formidable set of injuries to key players this season has included the one sustained by their inspirational goalkeeper in a game for Wales. The fact that Everton have endured without Southall and others is a tribute to their squad.
Everybody gets injuries in football, and if somebody steps in and does well for you, well, that's, what else can you ask? I mean, Bob's gone in and played brilliant every game. I mean, he's only got one more game to do well in, and we won the cup.
How much is it a compliment to say that a lot of people in football now say that you're almost the mirror image of Liverpool?
It's a compliment, I think, to be classed with them because of that success that they had. They didn't win a trophy last year, but they've bounced back now. I think that we've got to look at Saturday and we've got to say this is our last opportunity of winning the FA Cup, of winning a trophy. The first game against Watford 3 years ago, felt that we had to win it. First of all, the trophy. Second, European qualification. Third, it set up a Charity Shield game against Liverpool, the first meeting against Liverpool at Wembley. So that was of vital importance. I think last season against Man United, we'd already won the league, we'd won the European Cup winners, and you felt that the final didn't go for us, but there was consolation prizes. This season we haven't got a consolation prize, and I think it's going back to the Watford City. We want to win it, and want to win it badly.
Well, now we want to know about the Everton team for today. So it's back on the Everton bus now as we rejoin Kevin Cosgrove.
The Everton team decision has been made. Howard, what is it?
Well, Derek's fit. We're quite happy that he came through a fitness test this morning. He's had no reaction to the work that he's done, and I'm delighted for him because, I mean, naturally he's had his injury problems this season. He's fought his way back. He's been very consistent when he came back in, and to miss out today would have been disappointing for him, but I'm delighted.
So what does that make the team? The normal team, if you have a normal team, because you've had an awful lot of injuries.
I mean, naturally, I think they're sponsored by the Star there. They're trying to push the Star in front of us. We have had our injury problems, yeah. I mean, naturally there's certain players who will miss out through injury, others we're missing out, naturally disappointed that they're not involved today. That's one of the hardest decisions to make, really, to leave players out on in cup finals. But Adrian Heath will be the substitute. Naturally, he's disappointed, but I mean also we've got Alan Harper and Kevin Richardson. Liverpool exactly the same. They will have quality players sitting there not playing any part today.
Derek, you haven't trained all week and you went through a very rigorous fitness test this morning. You must be delighted to come through it.
Oh, delighted. It's been a worrying week for me. I've had trained all week and it's been a bit sore. I felt great this morning. I've had no reaction since, so delighted.
Now, has this the injury problem made it easier for you to cope with the week because you've had to concentrate on trying to get fit rather than concentrate on what the occasion is about?
It's made it more worrying for me, as I said before, because didn't know whether they're going to play or not until this morning. But now I come through the test, it's a great feeling. I'm just looking forward to the game now.
And it's the third cup final on the road for you?
I'm not the only one, but there's a few of me being here at the same time as me. But we're all looking forward to it. It should be a great day.
Now, something like this, coming here the third time, can you now begin to savour the occasion?
I hope so. The first time it flew past me. I haven't watched it even last year's game because we got beat. But hopefully this year I'll be able to save it a bit more and hopefully go on with the cup after the game.
Gary? As usual, the lads are trying to interrupt and all the rest of it.
Sticking on the window.
For you, it's the first cup final, and it's always a wonderful experience.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? All the idiots at the back there messing us about, but no, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a great day.
And now Derek's fit to stop the goals going in at one end, are you going to be all right to score them at the other?
Well, hopefully, you know, if I get a couple of chances, perhaps I'll be able to stick one away, but as long as we win, that's the main thing. Whoever scores, Sharpie or anyone. Even Rats might score again like he did in the last derby, but that's getting a bit much then, as long as we win.
Are the lucky boots packed?
Yes, they're definitely in for this one. Missed them against Oxford, but they're in for this game.
So there we are. Derek Mountfield does play today. So the team, which is actually the team in the programme here for the cup final, plays, and Adrian Heath will be the Everton substitute. So all set for Everton. And of course we've just seen the Everton story. Let's now enjoy the Liverpool story.
Kenny's Liverpool squad, multi-talented and so multinational that not one genuine Englishman may be included in a Wembley 11 gathered from all corners of the globe. Craig Johnston has travelled furthest, born in South Africa, football in Australia and Middlesbrough before arriving on the Anfield stage. An England under-21 international who travels on a British passport but whose personalised car number plate supports a claim to be Australian, like wife Jenny, who just beat the cup final deadline with new daughter Cassie.
Craig, how do you put them in order of importance? You've got a lovely new baby, just won the championship and now going for the double.
The year's been a very important one, you know, in terms of important years. This has been the biggie, but in terms of weeks, I think this has been the biggie. It's all happening in a week. But you can't separate which is the best, you know. And I think in 16 years' time, you know, it'll be easier to make a decision then, you know.
Let's clear up the nationality first of all. What nationality is the baby? It's been born in Liverpool.
It's registered as an Australian because of Jenny and Chelsea. And she's not very pleased about it.
Determination that first daughter Chelsea would be born in Australia led Craig to desert Liverpool for 3 months, but he kept fit for a return to football. What sort of welcome awaited when he finally returned from Sydney to Liverpool?
I just felt at times that I wasn't wanted or needed at all. Kenny's come in, and that's the first thing he said to me is, there's a place for you, you have to prove it, and I'll do the right thing by you if you do your stuff. So all I ever asked for was a fair go, a break, and he's given me that.
Bruce Grobbelaar, born in South Africa, capped by Zimbabwe, football in Crewe and Canada before his individual style arrived at Liverpool.
If you took one B out of my name and one A,
yes,
and substituted the last A for an E, it'll be pronounced Grobbelaar, and that actual pronunciation in Dutch means clumsy.
And Grobbelaar stretching and in! Woodcock, that's a very good save by Grobbelaar.
Reeves with a back flick, and it's gone in, and Grobbelaar's misery is complete. That's overhit that, but Van Merlo chasing all the way, and the rather eccentric skills of Greville are perfectly demonstrated.
Sometimes bizarre, always entertaining. Jan Molby is Liverpool's midfield Great Dane, who was playing for the Dutch club Ajax of Amsterdam when his skill and sheer Viking physique first caught Liverpool's admiring eye.
That was Hansen heading down, Thomas miscued, and Rush played it back, and Whelan fired it, and it came to Molby, and that's the equaliser that Liverpool have been threatening to score.
The hero worship of this now firmly adopted son of Merseyside created unexpected problems, though, when he recently moved to a house near a school.
Who's moved in over the road that's famous?
Jan Molby!
That's right, Jan Molby. But poor old Jan's had a bit of trouble, hasn't he? Because he comes back from a match 12 o'clock at night, he goes to bed. What happens at 8 o'clock in the morning? People are knocking on his door. Now, we told you a few weeks ago not to go and do that sort of thing because poor Jan needs his sleep. So, because you've not been bothering him since we told you, we've asked him to come along this morning to see you. But before we get him into the hall, let's have a little bit of chanting to make him feel at home. So let's hear the Everton supporters chanting.
Just want to say a few things to you. If you want autographs or you want to knock at my door for tickets or whatever, don't do it in the morning. All right, it's a bad time for me. If you want to knock, do it in the afternoon. I'll do whatever you ask me to do. All right? Yes. Who's going to win the cup final, by the way? That's what I like to hear.
Voices loud enough to be heard across the Irish Sea, from where fullback Jim Beglin made the short journey from Dublin to become the last signing of Bob Paisley.
What time will he be finished at, Bob? Well, it all depends what time they started. They might have started now.
Well, 1 or 2 o'clock?
Oh, yeah, he'll be back here by 12:30 or something.
Not Liverpool's most famous name, but not to be ignored.
Coming at the back. Oh, that is a magnificent goal for Jim Beglin. The lovely free kick. They all came across and they forgot the man coming on the furthest journey at the back and how well he took his chance.
Ronnie Whelan also made that Irish Sea crossing to score a Liverpool Milk Cup winning goal at Wembley that looks good from any angle.
Whelan. And again, Whelan scored it! Brilliant goal! Whelan. And again, Whelan scored it! Brilliant goal! Whelan. And again, Whelan scored it!
Liverpool's trio of Republic internationals is completed by a player whose qualification was ancestral rather than by his own birth. Mark Lawrenson, born in Preston, opted to play internationally for Eire, the country where his mother was born. A loss England can only lament.
Lawrenson was halfway down the 100 metres while Chapman was stood on the blocks.
Kenny Dalglish came from Celtic to become the Anglo-Scot leading Liverpool from the front, first as player and now also manager.
And Dalglish is in here. Yes! The player-manager scores the goal that may edge Liverpool nearer to their 16th championship.
We'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your goals, sang the cop. Well, don't blink, because here's 15 of them. Another Scot is team captain Alan Hansen, whom Liverpool signed from Partick Thistle. Although disappointed to be left out of Scotland's Mexico World Cup squad, Hansen has already represented his country at a multitude of sports. Before football, he was a schoolboy international at volleyball. He was also a squash player, good enough to thrash Scotland's junior champion by 3-1. But best of all was golf, reserved to a Scottish junior team that faced England when he was just 16 and playing off a handicap of 2. And he still hits a great ball.
Hansen. And Alan Hansen puts an end to the Liverpool goal famine.
When I was younger, I loved the game, really. I mean, when I was at school, golf was my #1 game. And in the summer, I mean, we were playing 3 times a day. I mean, 54 holes. Football sort of came a bad second.
Dermot with room and time to cross. And here's Hansen.
What a great effort. This putt is par 4. He held one about this length last night for a 5. I wonder if he can do it again. Yeah, well done.
A daydream of what might have been. Virtually every other player at Anfield these days seems to be a Scot.
Johnny Walk! 1-1! And Gillespie scores! Oh, Nickel!
Hold on to McDonald. What goal! The only Welshman is Ian Rush, who came over the border from St Asaph via Chester City to illuminate Anfield with his goals and terrorise defenders like a monster creation.
And here's Ian Rush. Another chance for him. Williams couldn't get to him. And that's 1-1. And Rush was on the far side. Oh, what a tremendous shot. Oh, and he's hovering again. There is Rush. What a save.
Those who seek to emulate are best equipped to praise.
Obviously his pace is his great asset, and he's always looking for half chances, and he's always playing on defenders' shoulders, looking for the gaps between them.
Mark Hughes, Rush is onside, maybe this is the third. It is!
It's not only the sort of goals he scores and his pace and his finishing, it's simple goals, the goals that other people will find hard to get. He's always sniffing in and around the box that he'll knock them in.
Low in again for Kennedy, that's dangerous. And pulled back for Rush to turn in number 2.
I've got tremendous respect for Ian Rush as a player. I think he's a tremendous finisher. He's probably been the best now for quite a few years. And hopefully he won't score any in the final.
Rush scored 2 in the semi-final against Southampton. And he once devastated Everton with 4 in one match.
Rush to his left. Onside, Ian Rush, 1-0 Liverpool, brilliant goal. Rush, deflection, has taken it in. Look at that, Rush is through. This could be history here for Ian Rush if he scores. He's hit the post, he might score now, he has. It's Ian Rush, can he score his 4th? It looks as though he has, yes, 5-0.
Liverpool's squad is extended to 16 players by 3 Englishmen. Paul Walsh, bought from Luton for £700,000 2 years ago, although not currently in their first choice 11.
Walsh, yes!
Steve McMahon is a Scouser, born on Merseyside, who began his playing career with Everton. So both Merseyside clubs have benefited from his midfield goals.
Oh, marvellous goal! McMahon!
Dalglish, there's Mulvey, and now Johnston, and he fires it across. McMahon! He's got his second.
And finally, the man who never travelled any... Lee. Oh, what a goal!
Well, the Wembley Stadium is now filling up, and for the first time for many years, the opposing fans are not segregated here. That happened a couple of years ago for the Milk Cup, and it's happened once again, and the Liverpool team has arrived. We don't exactly know the final 11 yet, but Emlyn, here they are. And of course, none of them has ever played in an FA Cup final before, including Kenny Dalglish, although he's played in, I think, 5 Scottish FA Cup finals.
He played here in the European Cup final. We just signed him in 1978 against Bruges, but as you so rightly say, none of them. The only one that's actually played in a cup final is John Walk, that's in the Liverpool squad. Ipswich. He's the only one that he played for Ipswich. So they'll be feeling a little bit nervous, you know, because it is their first FA Cup final for 9 years, since 1977 when we came here and got beat by Manchester United. But they'll be enjoying the occasion, for sure.
And just to repeat, we don't know the final 11 or indeed 12 yet. Just at the bottom of the picture there, you can see the Everton coach, that blue dot, getting a bit bigger now.
They'll be enjoying this part of the journey, the lads. I think this is one part of the journey everybody likes.
Plenty of reaction, weren't there?
Yeah, it's tremendous. I think it's one part everyone likes.
Just nicely composed, the Everton squad, just a little bit down the road from the stadium.
I used to find that the most nervous part of coming to the game, just coming up the Wembley way.
I enjoyed that.
Once you got into the stadium, great. Walking out to the stadium was magnificent.
That was one of the best parts of the day for me, that little couple of miles just before the stadium. Magnificent.
We came here 3 times, Des. I should have said Liverpool came 3 times while I was playing at the club. 71, 74 and 77. We came 3 times and it was, you know, it's a fantastic occasion, a magnificent occasion, and we won in 74. It was fabulous.
And just to confirm, in case you've tuned in, Mountfield does play for Everton today. He passed a fairly strict fitness test this morning and is in the team, and Adrian Heath is the substitute. He's become, I know he hates this phrase, but he's become something of a super sub for them this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's very unfortunate. I think today is what the one lad today I will feel sorry for and feel something's for Adrian, because I think any other team in the country, no danger. He'd be straight into it.
I think he's an outstanding player, very underrated. In fact, I think he's even a bit, it sounds silly, not getting in the team, but he's unfortunately not getting in the England squad.
That's right.
Because he's so versatile, he can play up front, link between the midfield or playing midfield, not a problem.
Incredible when you think of the struggle we've had to score goals in English football, and he's not even in the Everton side.
Liverpool players, of course, enjoying the atmosphere inside the stadium at the moment, and as became clear in that feature just now, it's very much an international squad of players, isn't it? And we still don't know whether an English-born player will be in the side today. Having said that, Mark Lawrenson, of course, plays for the Republic of Ireland.